Hello guys, good evening Om and Ridu and everyone else who are watching us. So our topic for today is compound interest. In IPMAT Daily Practice Series, we are discussing 10 questions every day, 5 to 6 p.m. Monday to Saturday, but our session today is 5:30 to 6:30 because of some classes I had before. And today, same as yesterday, we are going to discuss 10 questions. Yesterday we had discussed question from simple interest, and today we are going to discuss questions from compound interest. Hello Rishita. So these are the schedule, right? Monday and Tuesday, quantitative aptitude. Wednesday and Thursday, logical reasoning. Friday and Saturday, verbal ability. 10 questions every day from your syllabus. So if we talk about compound interest, yesterday a student had asked that, sir, please discuss the concepts before we practice. So I'm going to discuss the concepts of compound interest. Let's say P is the principal and R is the rate of interest per annum. T is the time in years, okay, and A is the amount. So first thing that we should know that amount A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T, and the compound interest will be equal to A minus P, okay. Then if interest is being compounded n times a year, if interest is being compounded n times a year, in that case we can say amount will be equal to P into 1 plus R by n upon 100 to the power T into n. If interest is being compounded n times a year, then this is how we find the total amount. And then in case of the difference between the simple interest and the compound interest, but before that, one more thing that you should know, that 1 plus R by 100 is equal to compound interest for n plus 1th year divided by compound interest for nth year. This is very important, guys. 1 plus R by 100 is equal to compound interest of n plus 1th year divided by compound interest for nth year. Means if the compound interest for 2 consecutive years is given, then you can find the rate of interest using this formula. Then comes the difference between compound interest and simple interest. Compound interest for 2 years minus simple interest for 2 years. This will be equal to P into R by 100 whole square, and this is also same as compound interest for 2nd year minus simple interest for 2nd year, okay. And the 5th formula that you should know, that compound interest for 3 years minus simple interest for 3 years in total is equal to P into R by 100 whole square into 3 plus R by 100. So these are the concepts that you must know if you want to be good in compound interest problems, okay. So note it down. If you know it already, that is really good. Then we can move to the questions, right? These are shortcuts only. These are shortcuts, right? These are shortcuts only. And other than that, you will know how to solve the questions in short ways while we are discussing the questions. There are lots of ways that we can solve a compound interest problem. We can use successive percentage concept, but again, not everything can be put in shortcuts or formula, that you will have to understand from questions. All right. So guys, let's start solving the questions. We don't have much time. We have only 1 hour and we have 10 questions to discuss. Okay. So let's start with our first question today. Try this one. As usual, I am going to give you guys 1 or 2 minutes to solve a question, and then we are going to discuss the solution. है ना? So how do we solve this? See, try to write whatever it says in the question. Aman invests 6,000 rupees in a bank at a certain rate of interest, compounded annually. If the ratio of the value of investment after 3 years to the value of investment after 5 years is 25:36, then the minimum number of years required for the value of the investment to exceed 12,000 is. So the total amount after 5 years will be 6,000 into 1 plus r by 100 to the power 5. Total amount after 3 years will be 1 plus r by 100 to the power 3, and that is equal to 36/25. Right. So from there we can say this 6,000 is cancelled out. The power of 1 plus r by 100 square is equal to 36/25 can be written as 6/5 whole square, or we can say 1 plus r by 100 is equal to 1.2. Now question is that then the minimum number of years required for the value of the investment to exceed 12,000 is. So 6,000 into 1 plus r by 100 to the power n should be greater than 12,000, right? So this is 2 times, or we can say 1.2 to the power n is should be greater than 2, right? 1.2 to the power n should be greater than 2. So 1.2 to the power 2 is equal to 1.44. 1.2 cube is equal to 1.728. 1.2 to the power 4 is equal to 2.0736, which is nothing but 144 square. 144 square is 20736. So it makes sense. So minimum number of years required. Options नहीं दिया हुआ है क्या? गलत गलत है क्या? आहा, आई गेस एक ऑप्शंस डालने में प्रॉब्लम आ गई है. इस 8 को हम कर देते हैं 4, ठीक है. एंड आंसर इज ऑप्शन डी, विच इज 4 years गाइस, है ना. ठीक है. 1 प्लस आर बाई 100 इज इक्वल टू 1.2. ठीक है. तो वहां से ये वैल्यू निकल के आ जाएगी. ओके, बताओ कोई डाउट है यहाँ पे? ओम, रिदो, ऋषिता, ऑल टाइप प्ले, गुड, अंडरस्टूड. चलो लेट्स ट्राई द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. बेस्ड ऑन द डिफरेंस बिटवीन सिंपल इंटरेस्ट एंड कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट. I will tell you guys another type of shortcuts in this question. One with formula, other with successive percentage. So first you tell me the answer and then I will tell you the methods. जस्ट अभी इसका फॉर्मूला मैंने बताया है ना. What's your answer? Option D. If the difference between compound interest and simple interest for a certain amount of money invested for 3 years at an annual interest rate 10% is 527, the amount invested is. So what do we know? That compound interest for 3 years minus simple interest for 3 years is given, which is 527. What is this difference? This is P into R by 100 whole square into 3 plus R upon 100, that is equal to 527. R is equal to 10, so this will become P into 1 by 10 whole square into ये 1 by 10 तो कितना हो जाएगा 3.1 is equal to 527. कितनी बार में ये क्लियर होगा? देखो डेसिमल हटाओ, 0 यहाँ आ जाएगा 1 टाइम एंड देन 7 times. So P is equal to 17,000. So the answer is option D, 17,000. But अब देखो, in case of simple interest and compound interest, simple interest is linear, compound interest we need to find successive. After 1 year, this will give us 10%. This will also give us 10%. But after 2 years in total interest 10 into 2, it will be 20%. But compound interest after 2 years will be successive of 10 and 10. Because we need to add interest on interest, so 10% of 10% is 1%. So this will become 10 into 10 by 100, which is equal to 21%. So the compound interest overall in terms of percentages of principal will be 21%. After 3 years, this will remain 30%. This will become the successive of 10, 10, 10, 33.1%. If you use this method, you don't need to use any formula. What's the difference? 3.1% of the amount invested is equal to 527. Remove the decimal. This is 17 times. You get I is equal to 17,000. देखो कितना अच्छा मेथड है, कोई फॉर्मूला याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है. सिंपल वी कैन सॉल्व दिस यूजिंग सक्सेसिव परसेंटेज, है ना. Okay guys, is that understood? All type play, 15,000 is not correct. Correct answer is 17,000. ठीक है. Ridu, Om and Rishita, these got correct answers. Very good. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन करें फिर. चलो लेट्स ट्राई दिस वन. क्या है आंसर? ऑप्शन ए. If the compound interest earned on a certain sum for 2 years is twice the amount of simple interest for 2 years, then the rate of interest per annum is what percent? So one thing that you should know, a direct shortcut, a direct relation between compound interest and simple interest, that compound interest upon simple interest for 2 years is 2 plus r by 100 upon 2, and that is given, the ratio is 2 upon 1, right? So from there we can say 2 plus r by 100 is equal to 4, or r by 100 is equal to 2, or r is equal to 200% directly. है ना? You can find this directly. Or you can simply solve it by the difference. You can simply solve it by difference as well. But again, that is not required if you know this. ठीक है? और if you remember this concept, ये देखो, ये वाला, ये concept अगर हम यूज करें, the third point, that compound interest for n plus 1th year upon compound interest for nth year is 1 plus r by 100, तो उसे यूज किस तरह से करेंगे ये देखो. Simple interest and compound interest for the first year, after 1 year simple interest is x, compound interest will also be x. After 2 years simple interest will remain x, but total compound interest should be double of that. So total, if this is 2x, this must be 4x, means for the second year the compound interest is 3x. And this is for second year, this is for first year. What do we know? 1 plus r by 100 is compound interest for second year divided by compound interest for first year. So हो गया, यूज कर लो वहाँ से. This 1 plus r by 100 will be equal to 3x by x, which is equal to 3, or r by 100 will be equal to 2, और r is equal to 200%. ये भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट है ना, इससे भी सॉल्व कर सकते हैं क्वेश्चंस कभी भी. अगर 2 कंसेक्यूटिव ईयर्स का कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट मालूम हो तो यहां से भी फाइंड कर सकते हैं. ओके, एक और तरीका है, क्या है? 3x को 2 पार्ट में ब्रेक कर सकते हैं, x plus 2x. x is the interest of last year. This 2x is extra, this 2x is x, r% of x is 2x. Interest on interest, r% of x is equal to 2x. So r is equal to 200%. You can also get that from here. So 3 methods, है ना? 3 methods to solve this question. But of course, all of you got this correct already. Sonipari, Rido, Om, all type play. चलो बढ़िया. Which method did you guys use? बताओ. Try the next one, 78th question. First one, okay. Now you have 2 more methods, right? Okay, how do we solve this question? An amount doubles itself at compound interest in 5 years. How many years it will take to make the amount 16 times of itself? So what we can say that amount doubles itself. So amount A will be equal to 2P. So 2P is equal to, what do we say, that P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T is equal to A, right? We can say if principal is P, 1 plus R by 100 to the power 5 is equal to 2P, double. So we can say 1 plus R by 100 to the power 5 is equal to 2. Now, it says 16 times of itself, meaning the amount is 16 times of principal. So P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n is equal to 16P. So P cancelled out. 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. 16 can be written as 2 to the power 4. And what is 2? 2 is equal to 1 plus R by 100 to the power 5. Right? Correct. So 2 to the power 4. So what do we say? 1 plus R by 100 to the power n is equal to 1 plus R by 100 to the power 20. So n is equal to 20. So the answer is option D. Now, even without using these equations, we can solve it very easily. A principal is getting doubled in 5 years. So from P to 2P, it will take 5 years. Then if I reinvest this, it will become 4P again in 5 years. Then I reinvest this 4P, it will become 8P again in 5 years. And then if I invest 8P, it will become 16P in 5 years. So 5P to 16P, 5P to 16P, it will take 5 into 4, that is equal to 20 years. That is equal to 20 years. You used n is equal to k into 2. Yes, Ridu, we are coming to that. So I have told my students one direct formula to solve these type of question. And what is that formula? That by compound interest, if an amount becomes, if principal becomes x times in t years and y times in n years, then we can say that n will be equal to k into t. And what is k? Where x to the power k is equal to y. So in this question, what is x? X is equal to 2, t is equal to 5, y is equal to 16. So k will be equal to 4. 2 to the power 4 is equal to 16, so k will be equal to 4. N will be equal to 4 into 5, that will be equal to 20 years. So again, 3 methods to solve these type of questions. Yes, of course, second method is easy. And the third method is even easier, guys. Third method is even easier. So I have told this method our students in our paid batch, and you can see some of them are able to solve using this concept as well. Okay. So anyone who have joined us late, this is the 4th question that we are doing today. Before that, I have also told you guys the important concepts regarding compound interest. So you can also note it down. If not now, then later, and try these questions and check the solutions. I am discussing multiple solutions wherever it's possible. Okay. Try the next one. Question number 79. Yes, Rudu, I got that part. Once you said that the formula, I got that you are from batch 5. What's your answer? Option C? Yes, that is correct. Anil invests some money at a fixed rate of interest compounded annually. If the interest occurred during the second and third year are 800 and 880 respectively, the interest occurred in INR during the fourth year is. So what do we know? 1 plus R by 100 is equal to the ratio of consecutive compound interest 880 upon 800, that is equal to 1.1, or we can say R by 100 is equal to 0.1, R is equal to 10%. Now if you want to find the compound interest for fourth year, you find the compound interest for third year, which is 880, plus add interest on this interest. So 10% of 880, which gives us 880 plus 88, that is equal to 968, or you can simply multiply it by 1.1 as well. Okay, so every next year interest will be last year interest plus interest on that interest. Last year interest plus interest on that interest, that is 968. So Om, Ridu, Rishita, Sonipari, perfect answers guys, very good. Chalo, let's try the next one. Let's see how you solve this question. So if you try to solve this question using any method that is not successive, then it will take you lots of time. And if you use successive, then you can solve this very easily in very less time, guys. And that is what you need to do during exam as well. That is what you need to do during exam as well. For the same principal amount, compound interest for 2 years at 5% per annum. So compound interest for 2 years. Rate of interest is 5%. We can take successive of 5. 5, 5. What will be the successive? 5 plus 5 plus 5 into 5 upon 100. That is equal to 10.25% effectively. And this is our compound interest. What will be simple interest for 3 years? So simple interest for 3 years will be equal to 3 into 3, that is equal to 9%. So what's the difference? Difference in these two is 10.25 minus 9% of the principal is 1125. So that is 1.25% of principal 1125, or principal is equal to 1125 into 100 divided by 1.25. Remove the decimal, 0. This is 9 times. So the principal is nothing but 90,000. Lesser calculation, easy solution. Otherwise, what we need to do? We need to use the formula A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power 2. From there, we will find the compound interest, A minus P, and then we find the simple interest, then we take the difference, and time is gone, right? So if you want to be ahead of rest of the competition, if you want to do really good in IPMAT quant section, this is for you. Most of the time in these type of questions, there might not be an option, क्योंकि यहाँ तो ऑप्शन से फाइंड कर सकते हैं, बिना ऑप्शन के बहुत दिक्कत होगी, राइट? Om and Sonipari, only you can see that even after giving 3 minutes, only 2 students were able to solve. So you can understand the weightage of this method, है ना? Is that clear to everyone? बताओ. Ridu, Rishita, is this method clear? Om, Shoni, did you solve this question using this method or the normal one? बताओ. चलो, till then try this one. Okay, Ridu. Shoni, so I hope you understood the method, and now onwards you will use that, है ना? Okay, this much time is enough to solve this one. A certain sum is lent at a certain rate of compound interest. It grows 1.44 times of its value in 2 years. If the principal is P, rate of interest is R, P into 1 R plus R upon 1 plus R by 100 square is 1.44 P. So we can say 1 plus R by 100 whole square. Now 1.44 is 1.2 square, or 1 plus R by 100 is equal to 1.2, or R by 100 is equal to 0.2, or R is equal to 20%. Now question is, in how many years would it double itself? So by simple interest, amount is equal to 2P. So simple interest will be equal to P. So what we can say, that P is equal to P into R, that is 20, into time is T upon 100. So P cancelled out, 1 by 5. We can say T will be equal to 5 years. In case of simple interest, it will double itself only in 4 years. But in case of compound interest, it will double itself in 4 years. We did a similar question. But in case of simple interest, it will take 5 years. Redu, yes, successive method is easier. Correct. But in this question, you will have to find what's the rate of interest, right? Okay. Chalo, let's go to the next question. Try this one. What's the answer for this question, guys? Okay, चलो solve करते हैं. A startup founder invests equal amounts in 2 different financial plans. One plan offers simple interest and then other offers compound interest, both at the same annual rate. The difference in the interest earned between the 2 plans during the second year is 7,200. During the third year, the difference grows to 15,000, assuming interest in the compound plan is compounded annually, what was the initial amount invested? So देखो, simple interest, compound interest for the first year, for the second year, and for the third year. If this value is x, this will also be x. So for the second year, the difference is 7200. If this is x plus 7200. For the third year, if this is x, this value is x plus 15,000. है ना? This is what it says. Correct? यही कह रहा है ना कि और कुछ कह रहा है? ये बताओ. This is what it's given. For the second year, the difference is this. For the third year, the difference is this. That means we can say that, what do we know? That compound interest for 2 years minus simple interest for 2 years is P R by 100 whole square, and that will be equal to this minus this, which is equal to 7200, equation 1. Compound interest for 3 years minus simple interest for 3 years is P into R by 100 whole square into 3 plus R by 100. So total difference in all these 3 years, 15,000 plus 7,200 is 2,200. Sorry. 22,200. It will be 22,200. This will be the difference, है ना? Okay, this will be the difference. So what we can say? If you divide equation 2 by equation 1, what do we get? This divided by this, 3 plus R upon 100 is 22200 divided by 7200. This is cancelled out. Divided by 6, this is 12 divided by 6, 3 times, 7 times. So 37 by 12, or R by 100 is equal to 37 by 12 minus 3, which is 1 by 12. Question is, what was the initial amount invested? So we got R. R is equal to 1 by 12, R by 100. R percent is 1 by 12. So we know this, we can use that here, okay? So P into 1 by 12 into 1 by 12 is equal to 7200, or P is equal to 144 into 7200. So just multiply these two. इसे मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो क्या मिलेगा? 72 into 4, 288. Put 8, 28, carried forward. Then again 288 plus 28, 288 plus 13, 318, minus 2, 316. Carry 31, 72 plus 31, 103. So 1036800. That will be your principal. That will be your answer, guys. है ना? This is the answer. अच्छा, एक और तरीका है रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट निकालने का. देखो, x का x आ गया, x का r परसेंट 7200 है. अब x का x आ गया, इसको ब्रेक करो. इसका जो इंटरेस्ट है दैट इज 7200, और क्या बचा मेरे पास? 7800. 7800 क्या है? x का इंटरेस्ट प्लस 7200 का इंटरेस्ट. उन दोनों को जोड़ के आना चाहिए, तो यहां से भी निकाल सकते हैं रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, है ना? सो ये जो 7800 आ रहा है, ये किस पे आ रहा है? 7200 पे. सो 600 आउट ऑफ 7200. Again you are getting interest as 1 by 12. So from there as well you can find the answer. Okay. Then comes the next question. Try this one. Priya borrowed 2 lakhs at 10% compound interest for 3 years. Instead of repaying full amount at the end, she paid 1 lakh after 1 year, again 1 lakh after 2 years, and the rest after 3 years. How much did she save paying in this manner as compared to if she did not pay any amount in between? So अगर सारा का सारा अमाउंट एक बार में पे किया होता तो क्या होगा, और इस तरह से पे किया है तो क्या होगा टोटल अमाउंट. वी नीड टू फाइंड द डिफरेंस बिटवीन देम. तो बताओ क्या डिफरेंस होगा. कितना आ रहा है ऑप्शन बी. सो देखो, व्हाट विल बी द टोटल अमाउंट इफ नथिंग इज इन पेड इन बिटवीन. सो 2 lakhs into 1 plus 10 by 100 cube, that will be equal to 2 lakhs into 1.331, that is equal to 266,200. 2,66,200. This will be the amount if nothing, if she did not pay any amount in between, this will be the amount. But when she paid like this, what will happen? So it was 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs became 2,20,000 because of this 10% interest. Now subtract 1 lakh to this. What's left? 1,20,000. Now again add 10% to this. This will become 1,32,000. And then subtract 1 lakh to this. What is left? 32,000. And then add 10% to this. So 32,000 plus 3,200, 35,200. So in that manner, she paid total 2,35,200. This is the amount she paid in the first way. This is the amount that she paid in the, if she did not pay anything in between. So the difference that we are looking for, the amount that she saved is 26620 minus 235,200. That gives us 31,000. Guys, it's 31,000, not 32,000, right? It's 31,000. All type play. Option B is wrong. Option A is the correct answer. है ना? Which Ridu got correct? Very good, Ridu. Shoni Pari, correct answer as well. Okay, then quickly let's solve this last question as well. Okay. I guess this is a little bit calculative. You can try solving this on your own. Okay, guys. I don't remember the answer exactly, but I think you should be able to solve it. है ना? So take this as homework. Although this can be found out very, very easily. 2 years difference is given. Simple interest and compound interest. You can find the difference, right? So P r by 100 whole square will be equal to 17,280 minus 15,360. That is difference. And 2 years compound interest is given. You can find the rate of interest directly. 2 plus r by 100 upon 2 is equal to 17,280 upon 15,360. A little bit calculative, but from here you can find r. Put that r here, you get the value of p. है ना? चलो. Okay then. So that's it for our session today, guys. And I will see you on the next Monday with some other topic. Okay, so thank you for joining us. Bye bye.